good Sunday evening, Arkansas. This is Chief Forecaster Cameron back here once again, here to give you guys a quick winter weather update for our folks across northern and northwestern Arkansas here. So, before we get into things, I need to know a couple of responses in the comments. Would you guys like a continuous live stream around 6 a.m. tomorrow morning to kind of cover the winter storm up there in northwestern Arkansas? This will be kind of how we do with severe weather. It'll play in the background. You can kind of see the traffic. You can see what's going on in terms of radar, etc. So if you guys would like that, let me know in the comments, and we'll get that set up for you guys for 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. If not, then obviously we'll be here. We'll give you guys updates and everything like that. If you know anyone in northwestern Arkansas, send them to the page. We'll take care of you guys. We're going to give you guys the latest on travel, on radar, and all that good stuff here. And if you have any photos or videos of snowfall tomorrow morning, always feel free to send that in. We'll get that posted on the page with credit given to you here. So we have the winter storm warning for our folks up there in northwestern Arkansas at this current time. The winter weather advisory for our folks in north central Arkansas. Now, I want to make this clear. Just because you're not in the advisory or the warning does not mean you're not going to see winter weather. Unless we have deemed you to see just a cold rain, it doesn't mean you're not going to see winter weather here. So I want to make that clear. This is just for travel purposes. This is for travel and accumulations here. So keep that in mind. That doesn't mean you're not going to see any snow. It's just, what are we talking about impacts? What are we talking about, who's going to see what in terms of accumulations? That's why these advisories and warnings are out. And for our folks in northeastern Arkansas, Batesville, Jonesboro, Blytheville, over to Walnut Ridge, I wouldn't be surprised you guys woke up first thing tomorrow morning and you guys were under the winter weather advisory. And we're going to talk more about that coming up here in just a little bit here. So let's go over the radar real fast here and kind of show you guys what's going on across the board. So we've got this band of snow that has developed out here towards Oklahoma. That is going to continue to move on towards the east here. As you can see, northwestern Arkansas, you've seen a little bit of activity here. Got some mixed reports of sleet and a little bit of snow up there in Benton County. That's continuing to move on towards the north and west here. But you can see the colder air kind of funneling in behind this system, resulting in rain transitioning over to snowfall for our folks out there in Oklahoma. This activity will move eastward throughout the overnight hours tonight and into the first part of your Monday morning here. So just keep that in mind at this current time here. This is what you're going to result in the winter storm for our folks up there in far northwestern Arkansas, and then also the winter weather across the board for our folks in north central and northeastern Arkansas at this current time here. Okay, so we're going to go back over to our graphics here. Also, I'm going to show you guys the future cast coming up here in just a little bit as well here. So like I said before, there's a winter storm warning across the board across northwestern Arkansas, winter weather advisory for north central Arkansas. This is the snowfall accumulation totals at this time here. As you can see, northwestern Arkansas and primarily up there in Benton County, we could potentially be talking about 6, 7, almost 8 inches of snowfall for our folks up there. That's going to be Bentonville, Solemn Springs. Those folks up there in far northwestern Arkansas will likely see those totals. The further south and east you go, the warmer things are going to get, so that kind of complicates the snowfall total map. However, for our folks in north central, northeastern Arkansas, we are expecting snowfall as we get towards tomorrow for those areas. I have added an additional area in western Arkansas in the Ouachitas from Mena to Waldron, just north of Hot Springs and just to the west of the metro, for the potential of seeing a trace to ½ an inch. Now, I want to make this clear for our folks in central Arkansas. Just because it's not snowing with this event doesn't mean winter's over with. We're still in February. We still got time, guys, okay? So just keep that in mind. However, tomorrow, there could be, at the tail end of this event, there could be a brief rain/snow mix for our folks here in Little Rock before things are all said and done. We're going to talk more about that coming up here in just a little bit here, but this is what we're looking at for in terms of snowfall accumulation totals. Now the winter weather outlook. Northwestern Arkansas, obviously going to see the potential of seeing heavy snow up there. North central Arkansas should be primarily all snow. There could be some rain that may mix in, which is kind of complicating the forecast a little bit, but should primarily be an all snow. And then the area in pink from Walnut Ridge to Jonesboro to Blytheville to Fort Smith all the way down to Mena, the higher elevations or Ouachitas over there in western Arkansas, you're going to see that rain transition over to snow before it's all said and done. Elsewhere across the state, Little Rock, Hot Springs, down to El Dorado, should primarily be a very, very cold rain with temperatures in the upper 30s to low 40s here, okay? So here's the timing. I've got you guys in western Arkansas, 1 a.m. tonight to 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. For our folks in the dark blue, that's Blytheville, Jonesboro, Walnut Ridge, Mountain View, Mount Ida, Mena, and the Waldron area over there in western Arkansas, the Ouachitas. We've got you guys 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. This activity will not be like it was in January. It's not going to stay around for a week. Temperatures are going to moderate throughout the upcoming week, so any snowfall we get, it's going to melt off pretty quickly here over the next day or two, so just kind of keep that in mind here. So, going to get a lot of questions about this in terms of winter precipitation here. What is the difference between them all? Snowfall occurs when your entire column is below freezing. That's 700, 850, 925, and down where we are at the surface. There's no warm air. That results in snowfall. For rain, that is when your entire column is pretty much above freezing here. So you're going to see a combination of the both. You may see a little bit of sleet. It just depends. You may see a little bit of it. It's not going to be a major ice storm or anything like that. Not really expecting a whole lot of freezing rain either here. So just kind of keep that in mind here as we get into late tonight and into your Monday here, okay? So, and also one more thing I want to stress when we get to our future cast, make sure you turn on your notifications on your app. If you don't have our app, make sure you go and download it. The link is going to be in the comments. Make sure you turn those notifications on. That way you get the latest alerts, especially for our folks in northern and northeastern Arkansas as we get towards tonight here, okay? So let's go over to your futurecast real quickly here, guys, kind of wrap up this video here. And right now, like I mentioned before, not really expecting too much until after that 1 o'clock in the morning time frame. You can see the heavier snow starting to develop for our folks up there in northwestern Arkansas from Rogers to Fayetteville over towards Harrison. This is going to lead to hazardous travel, especially for our folks that are going to be on Interstate 49 first thing tomorrow morning. So please keep that in mind. You can see by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning here, a lot of activity across northern Arkansas here. And I'm going to stop it right here at 10 o'clock in the morning. You can see some areas in the higher elevations, the model's not going to pick it up, but I'm betting you guys are going to still see some precipitation here. Northern Arkansas should be primarily all snow. Northeastern Arkansas, you're going to start as rain, and then you're going to convert over to snowfall here. And then you can see at that tail end from Conway all the way down to Little Rock, there could be that brief potential of a rain-snow mix at the tail end of this event. But like I said, folks, not expecting any impacts here in central Arkansas. This is primarily going to be for our folks in northern and northeastern Arkansas and northwestern Arkansas here. So please keep that in mind. We cover the entire state of Arkansas. We're not central Arkansas weather watchers. We cover the entire state of Arkansas here. So just keep that in mind here. And then the activity should pivot out as we get into tomorrow evening here. So that's all I got for you guys this evening. We'll continue to keep you guys updated right here, source for all things Arkansas weather.